What's good, Pop YouTube family? We back in another reaction video. We got my boy Codenamesuper with how Rock Lee put the dog in Underdog against Gaara, and this is definitely one of the best fights in all of Naruto, especially part one. Just in Naruto as a general, this is my favorite. This is my second favorite fight in all of Naruto. Y'all know, if y'all been on the channel long enough, y'all know the first Final Valley fight of Naruto Sasuke is my all-time favorite fight. This one is the second one, because it was just like, dang, Lee is crazy, dog. Like, part one got a lot of great fights. We should appreciate that more. But I ain't even gonna hold y'all up for too long, because I know y'all want to see them bang out, because I do too. With that being said, my boy Code channel gonna be linked down below. Along there's in the video, Make sure you go show us some love. Hit the sub button. We on the way to 5K. And you know we're gonna hit the like. And we made it full screen for my boy, real cinematic. Let's talk about these hands being thrown. The hands that got the beats, the Cassidy beat selection.
Oh yeah, it's about time we talk about that boy Rock Lee. And what better fight to do it than this one? So let's get into it. So after the worst track final fights of all time happened, I'm talking Sakura versus Ino, Naruto versus Kiba, and Neji versus Hinata.
That chin check stupid. He said I'm finna cook.
I gotta hit him with that heat, and he got to it. So boom, that random ass HD flat screen TV they had started selecting.
They did just have that.
And the first fighter it selected was Gaara. And you know what he does? He hits this little teleportation thing to go to the middle of the arena.
That would have scared me. I'm like, why did he know how to do that?
And I can't blame him. After watching those 3 weak ass fights, I gotta keep my mind occupied somehow. I'd be in my Vegeta timing too, taking my time figuring out how to pull up. The TV started selecting the next fighter, and 99% of the remaining fighters were not trying to see him in the ones. So you know they were out there sweating. But notice how I said 99, because one was straight up ready, and his name is Rock Lee. He's selected, and look at what he's doing. He's up there shadow boxing, no fear in his heart. He said, I'm built for this. He jumps down to the middle and hits that iconic pose. And let me warn you, if you ever get into an altercation and they start hitting the Rock Lee pose, run. They probably be in the gym 5 hours a day minimum,
for no reason.
For your own safety, walk away. But before the fight even starts, I need to talk about Gaara's teammates, Tamari and Kankuro, or however you say it, because they are really some elite level haters. The fight ain't even start yet, and Kankuro in the back talking about, tell your friend with the shitty haircut he'll never be Gaara.
Ah, you think so?
This lifetime. I know Naruto in his head is just like,
oh my god, bro, it's dick riding
all you do?
Because this shit is outrageous. And don't get me started on Tamari, because Kishimoto takes us through her thoughts, and she was really talking about his kicks are weak as hell. Like, bro, what was wrong with his kicks? And the crazy part is, if he's seen either of them in the ones, he would have packed them up and went on to the next round. Crazy. But let's get into it. The Proctor's in the middle like, ready, box. And Rock Lee starts rushing him, holding that W key. But I know you see Gaara with his arms folded. And we know good and well, if someone is standing still and not moving, 99% of the time, your attack is not going to work. That's exactly what happened. He tried hitting him with the Leaf Hurricane, and that shit did not work. He gets blocked, and Gaara tries to attack him. But Lee is quick on his feet, so he moves out the way. And I know you see him doing those backflips. He not taking that hard. I can do that too. He out here doing the most, trying to get more minutes, but he had no idea what Kishimoto had in store for him. So after getting blocked, Lee is just like, damn, he blocking my shit with this hand. Whoa, really? I'm thinking bro about to pull up with a whole new game plan after stating that obvious ass shit, but he doesn't. He just runs back at him with no new strategy, no changes, and gets his shit blocked. And it's crazy how we found out later that the Saiyan does this shit because of his mother continuing to protect bro long after she's gone. She's really looking up with a controller perfect, carrying every attack. This man Rock Lee was doomed from the start. The odds were always stacked against him. This damn near a 2v1. This is unfair. So after a couple more attempts, shit was clearly not going anywhere. Bro even tried taking out his kunai like an Apex heirloom. And
I don't know why that was gonna work.
He was out there doing anything, bro. On my first watch, this had me thinking like, damn, maybe Gaara's hating ass teammates were right. Maybe Lee wasn't all that. But then again, he's a dude with no ninjutsu going against the #1 prospect. Like, his life is already hard enough.
That's tough.
And I'm not gonna lie, you can't tell me the chunin exams were not rigged. Let's look at the top 3 prospects. Gaara, Neji, and Sasuke. They got Sasuke going against a Sound Village NPC, Neji going against Hinata, and no disrespect to Rock Lee, but on paper, Gaara going against Lee
that looks crazy.
Homie shouldn't have stood a chance. I know you saw that attendance. Their whole goal was to sell out the arena. This shit is fixed. That TV over there, yeah, that shit is not random. Anyway,
everybody came to see Sasuke.
But Lee gets out and kneels on the statue like he's some superhero. And this is where Mike Guy comes in talking about, alright,
he said,
bro,
take them off, big dog.
Weights off. Not gonna lie though, I know he's your sensei and all, but those shits would have been off. Do you see who they got me fighting? This demon ass kid who no one played catch with? I'm not taking my chances. So Gaara's hating ass teammate Tamari is sitting there talking about those weights are weak as hell and they're not about to make a difference.
Oh, they made a big difference.
Words, because once those weights hit the floor, it had everyone shocked. But look at Gaara though. He really hit him with the
light work, no reaction.
Till bro moved. Now look at him. He like, hey yo, why he disappeared? Lee starts
then they hit him,
bro, just toying with him. And look at Gaara. The thought of him having to actually box is killing him right now. He knows he's about to get exposed for having no hands. The sand is barely keeping up, and that's how you know
get
his
exposed for having no hands
right now. Trying to keep up with every hit. Gaara working overtime. Lee starts circling Gaara and is like, oh yeah, it's time I finally get my lick back. Starts hitting the Sonic and puts the back of his heels to the back of his head, making him look straight down. Got his ass emo. He hit him
with the shadow box.
My guy back there, he hyped his shit, and I would be too, cause Lee out there cooking up in his outfit. Lee said,
I'm not finished.
Hits Gaara's stupid ass with a crossover and is like, hey, you're dumbass looking. Gaara gets socked clean in the face. That shit had Gaara flying. He hits the ground, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me smiling. I want to see Lee win.
I would
What I didn't know at the time is Gaara had that Batman level prep time. Because he had a backup plan the whole time if his auto defense failed him. And it was to coat himself in sand armor. And I couldn't even be mad. That was a good play. Good IQ. You still a bitch though, but hey, good IQ.
No cap.
The camera cuts to Gaara and we see why no one wanted to play tag with this evil ass. Look at him, he out there tweaking. And the reason this scene be living rent free in my head is because the way this man Gaara was breathing. I don't know if y'all remember this clip right here.
Like, come on, bro.
Like, oh nah, do you hear this, man? I am out of there as soon as he starts doing that. You're
doing
crazy.
that for
but
sure.
Lee had a plan. He was ready to end this shit in one move. Hey, real quick, thank you for 252K. He took the toilet paper off his arm.
Well deserved.
Like how Pegasus be doing in Beyblade. And this man Gaara really had the audacity.
You're a real one for knowing that.
Bro, what are you waiting for? With his arms folded sitting in the
Pegasus and Beyblade thing, you're a real one for knowing that.
Sit there and stand because you got auto defense. You're boring as hell. This is why I say Gaara's player comparison is Tim Duncan, because even though they're elite as hell, they got the most boring play styles of all time. If you ever have trouble sleeping, put on some Tim Duncan highlights. I promise you it works like a charm. Lee goes in, hits him with the
Atlanta Hardwood highlights do it too.
In the air. Gaara starts getting juggled up in the air like Isaac Newton didn't invent gravity and put him up to a place where he could die from fall damage. He wraps the toilet paper around Gaara and tilts him down head first. Then he starts spinning and sending him to the ground. First time watching it, I thought it was over.
Like, gang,
look at Gaara, he looks like a broken face right now. People in the stands were celebrating too. They thought Evil has lost, but we all know what happened. Somehow Brody is Houdini, and the thing that we see on the ground is an empty shell, which means Rock Lee didn't.
And then he rides up out of it.
I know Mike Guy mad as hell right now. Lee executed the move just like he taught him, and that shit still ain't get him. Gaara spawns right behind him and starts laughing maniacally. He sees bro with zero stamina and Brody started licking his lips. He sends sand at bro and that shit pushed him back. Then he starts laughing again and launches a whole sand tsunami at bro. Yeah, this shit was getting hard to watch.
Hurt my heart, bro.
Happened. They started showing us flashbacks of Rock Lee, and it can only mean
I think about them flashbacks kicked on. I thought he was finna win.
But before I skip the flashback cutscenes, I need to talk about the one with Neji, because this was kind of crazy. This man Neji put the heel on his shoulder and started going to work.
For no reason.
He hits him twice in the gut, headshots him, gut checks him again, and he ends it off with 3 more headshots. Like, he did not have to do Lee that
at all.
So after the flashbacks, they take us right back to the fight. Gaara attacks Lee and bro moved out the way fast as hell. And you know bro is confident because he has his back turned to him right now. Gaara said, man, that shit's a fluke. Tries to attack him 4 more times, but he too is Weave Nation certified. After all those misses, Rock Lee starts to charge up. And Gaara's like, I don't know what you think you're planning, but you're not a Super Saiyan, gang. It's over. And Lee hits him with the,
it's over.
You are right. It is over.
Bro starts
For
charging up. He
you.
opens up the third gate, and that shit got him looking crazy. This is not someone you want to fuck with.
Not at all. He off of perk 72.
He opens up the fourth gate and charges right at him. He launches Gaara straight up, and Gaara's just chilling peacefully in the air. Rock Lee hits him with the jump scare and starts juggling bro around the arena. Neji is sitting there terrified as hell because he was out there greasing Lee back then.
He said
didn't
that
know
couldn't
he
be
could
me.
do all this. And the crazy part is Lee said he was saving this for Neji. That boy Lee was out here plotting murder. If Neji fought Lee using the gates, he would have died. But hey, at least that death would be 20 times better than his original one.
He would have died.
Himself as a pencil holder before he went out. That shit
He just like Jiraiya.
He goes
like
in front of Gaara, says psych, and hits him with the mean duck punch, sending him beaming down.
And
But
then
he wasn't finished. He made Gaara hit the Gwen
Stacy
and pulled him
Queen.
towards him, hitting him with the punch and a
Gwen
kick
Stacy, whatever her name
simultaneously,
is.
completing the hidden lotus and sending him to the ground. But this is where true pain happens, cause Gaara had the gourd which was made out of sand and it cushioned the impact, making him survive that shit. And it was GG. Look at Lee, he's on all fours and is out of energy. Gaara's bitch ass uses the last of his sand to crush Lee's arm and leg, trying to embro.
Gaara got up with no scars.
Block off with that shit, but homie said I got one more in me. This time he tried to put him to sleep for good. I had to look away cause I couldn't watch him go.
I did
but
too.
Thankfully my guy comes in and saves him. Since he stepped in, it gave Gaara the automatic
DQ.
win, but we don't care. Because the only thing that matters is that Lee is alive. He starts to walk off, and bro, this is how you know Rock Lee has that dog in him, because he gets back up bleeding, in his stance, completely unconscious. That man is truly different. Anytime somebody talks about Rock Lee, they gonna start every sentence off with,
he was special.
And you know he put the beats on Gaara because Gaara tried to kill him in the hospital because he beat him so bad. He was like, I can't let you walk around knowing that you got a dub on me. He said, you will not be the one telling people that you got a dub on me. He said, no sir, not today. You are not telling people you got a dub off on me. That's how I feel on 2K. Because I'm undefeated in the 1v1 on 2K. Nobody's not touching that. And if you think you're going to get close, I'm smacking you. I'm boom, boom, hey, boom. I'm giving you all you want. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but Gaara put the hand. The thing that pissed me off afterwards was when Guy did all that and Gaara was walking off. He said, whatever, with no scars. He said, whatever, I don't care. And he had no scars on him. Because it was a clone. And that made me mad. Because Lee put in that pain. Lee put in that pain. But with that being said, my boy Cole channel gonna be linked down below along the rest of the video. Make sure you go show us the love. Hit the sub button. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.